Of migrants illegally crossing the Mexico-U.S. border, there's now a growing number of Chinese nationals who are traveling halfway across the world, transiting through a dozen countries to make it to the border and into America. According to U.S. Customs and Border Protection, at least 4,300 Chinese migrants have been caught crossing the southern border illegally in the past 5 months alone, more than double the total for all of last year.
This to some may not seem like a big deal, but I will go over scripturally why it is a big deal and why I believe we are closer than we have ever been. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Too many things are all happening at the same time. I mean, we could still be years away or it could start tomorrow. But I do know once it starts, you will not have time to fix yourself nor prepare. Revelation 22:11. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. He that is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. There is a point when all this starts where the books will be locked and no one will be able to change. This is why I stress in my videos the timeline. The church has you looking for 2 witnesses, a rapture, and an antichrist. But I'm telling you, the next thing in line is the war. Once the war starts, there will be no turning back. Return to the commandments is key. So let's read Matthew 24, starting with verse 45. Who is a faithful and wise servant, whom the Lord hath made ruler over his household, to give him meat in due season. Blessed is that servant whom his Lord when he cometh shall find doing. Verily I say unto you, that he shall make him ruler over all his goods. But if that evil servant shall say in his heart, My Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servant, and to eat and to drink with the drunken, the Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour that he is not aware of. There are millions of interpretations of these scriptures, but I will tell you what it means. As I said before, Yeshua shows up during the war. The first part of the war you will have to endure. When it says, Blessed is the servant whom his Lord when he cometh shall find so doing, it's talking about the commandments given to Moses, and also believing what the scriptures say and preparing for war. When the war starts, there will be chaos. The goal is to survive until Yeshua or Christ shows up. But if that evil servant shall say, My Lord or my King delays his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servant and eat and drink with the drunken, it means you have not prepared. You did not read the scriptures and you did not prepare. And you are doing exactly what non-Israelites who did not believe are doing and did not prepare. Now back to the immigrants crossing the border. Let's read Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 2. And the Most High answered and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it shall surely come. It will not tarry. In other words, when this thing starts, be prepared for it. Wait for it. But when it starts, there will be no getting a deep breath. It will be rapid and fast. Verse 4. Behold, the soul that is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. The soul that is lifted up. This verse and this whole section is talking about the bloodline of the Antichrist. His soul is lifted up. He's proud. The bloodline, or the Antichrist bloodline, is the ruling power on earth. Verse 5. Yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, and enlargeth his desire as hell, and as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. When it says transgress by wine, wine is a belief system. Revelation 18:3. For all nations have drunk the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. The laws we follow in this last kingdom do not jive with the commandments of the highest. They are complete opposites. I've heard so many talking about saying the beast system, and the beast system is coming. We were born in the beast system. We were taught the system by our parents and by our schools. When it's all you know, it's very difficult to see. When it says he's a proud man, it's talking about the bloodline. It's talking about Edom, or the bloodline of the Antichrist. He's the ruling body of the planet. He's very proud. Let's read Obadiah chapter 1 verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, from there will I bring thee down, says the Most High. When they
Down, 9 forward. Okay, 75 feet. Guys looking, eagle has landed.
When they said the eagle has landed, it was in defiance against the Most High. In Habakkuk, when it says neither keeps at home, when you look, this country is in every other country. He's in Afghanistan, he's in Ukraine, he's in Iraq. The list goes on. He has military bases all over the world. When it says he gathers all nations are other nationalities or other bloodlines. They call it the Great Melting Pot. All nationalities are here. Many cross the border every day.
Oh, horrible. And then there's this new element recently of Chinese nationals, which, you know, to me, it appears sinister just because I know what the Chinese Communist Party is trying to achieve. The Texas Department of Safety apprehended more Chinese nationals at the southern border on Tuesday. Fox cameras also captured video of migrants from China being released in Brownsville, Texas.
Habakkuk 2:6. Shall not these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increased that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. When it says take up a parable against him, a parable is an illustration of a known truth, saying, woe to him that increased that which is not his. In other words, the people who are gathering here will start to say and start to rise up, saying, the reason why they are ruling is because they stole what did not belong to them. Verse 7, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be booties unto him? Meaning that the people who are gathering here will eventually rise up and bite him. Habakkuk 2 verse 8, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee because of men's blood, for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. The reason why they will rise up is simple: revenge. Revenge for the act of the violence that has been committed against them. This is why they are gathering here. Verse 9, woe to him that coveteth the evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and have sinned against thy soul. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establish a city by iniquity. Woe means destruction, destruction to the people who build a town with blood. Blood is war. Verse 14, for the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Most High, as the water covered the sea. So now you compare that with Hebrews 8:11. And they shall not teach every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, know the Most High. For all shall know me, from the least to the greatest. For I will be mercy to their unrighteousness, and their sins and their iniquities I will remember no more. The scriptures are all connected. It's just one story told by many people in different manners, using different illustrations. It's really a small book. Let's read Daniel 7 verse 17. These great beasts which are four kings which shall arise out of the earth, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. You are seeing in real time the collapse of the fourth beast. So this is all the same thing. The Most High's people will take the earth from the Antichrist. Also, you can compare it with Habakkuk, for the knowledge of the Most High shall cover the earth. These are all the same things said in different ways by different people. You are watching the collapse of the fourth beast in real time.